Hey fucks, Mad Mike here, and I am doing my first ever Patreon Q&A. So today I will be answering questions from my one patron, Hayden Smith, as well as my two unofficial patrons, Donnie and Eric off of Dem Boys. This is going to be actually pretty fucking exciting, so I'm looking forward to these questions. Alright, so let's start with Hayden Smith.
What is the album that got you into music?
The Black Album is the album that got me into metal, but the album that got me into music was way before that. It was Pump by Aerosmith. Yeah, shocking pick. I was a big hard rock fan before I became a metal fan. And so, yeah, big Aerosmith fan when I was really, really young, like my age was in single digits. Pump was my favorite album from them. I played that non-stop when I was a kid. I still love the album too. Young Lust, Fine, Fine, Love in an Elevator, What It Takes, all fantastic songs. The Other Side as well, Janie's Got a Gun. Every fucking song on that album's a banger. And and to me, it's probably my favorite hard rock album of all time, still to this day. So that is the album that got me into music. And now, starting with Donnie's first question.
What is your stance on metal gatekeepers?
Watch this video if you want my stance on them. They can go to fucking hell. And now we are starting with Eric's first question.
What is your favorite hair metal band? And why did you pick Rat?
Oh, Eric, you are so wrong. It is not Rat, it's actually Whitesnake. But I will say Warren DeMartini is the best hair metal guitar player. Hot take. But yeah, Whitesnake, that self-titled album in '87 is one of my favorite metal albums of all time, and because of that, I say they're my favorite hair metal band. It's the only hair metal album, hair glam metal album, to me, that is close to flawless.
If you could go back in time and witness one historical event, what would it be?
You know, I don't really want to give a cliche answer here. Like, I don't want to go back and see the moon landing. I don't want to go back and watch the Ice Bowl. I don't want to go back and watch Muhammad Ali win his first heavyweight title or anything like that. I don't want to witness the birth of Christ. Nothing like that. You know what I want to do? I want to go back to the opening of the first residential school in Canada and shoot every nun in the fucking face. Fuck the Catholic Church.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Pineapple does not belong on pizza, but I will say I would rather eat pineapple on pizza than eat a fucking Big Mac pizza. My buddies have been trying to get me to eat a fucking Big Mac pizza for the longest fucking time. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to eat something that still looks like it's alive. Sorry, I'm not touching that shit. So yeah. No to the pineapple on pizza, but it's not the worst option available.
Would you rather eat a maggot pot of gold blizzard or a Big Mac pizza blizzard?
Well, either way, I'm eating something that's still alive, so I'd rather eat chocolate, even if it's full of maggots.
When are you finally going to do an album review for Unholy Terror by Wasp?
Never.
Worst classic metal band?
Poison! Fuck Bret Michaels. Fuck that whole fucking band. They are the worst hair metal band of all time. Worst classic metal band of all time. Fuck them. Fuck them. Every Rose Has Its Thorns sucks. Talk dirty to me, more like talk shitty to me. I fucking hate everything about them. I fucking hate everything about that stupid fucking band.
Who is your David Dorianis?
So a bit of a background here. If you don't watch the Dem Boys channel, we have a meme with David Boreanaz, you know, the guy from Bones and Angel. And in one of our videos, Eric calls him David Dorianis. I guess because he's in love with him and is probably stalking him as we speak right now. For me, man crush. I guess he's trying to say what is my man crush. As a bi man, prime Shawn Michaels.
Thoughts on the 2001 remake of Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg?
So I haven't actually seen that movie in a very long time, actually since it came out. And I remember it being just a complete piece of shit, even when I was 12 years old. I don't know what I would think about it now if I ever watched it again. I can't imagine my mind really changing on that one. I thought they really bastardized the story. I didn't really like Mark Wahlberg's performance at all. And the twist at the end was just fucking, what? Like, I didn't get that one. It was like, that was the beginning of the end for Tim Burton for that one. Yikes. He was such a good director before that. Batman Returns, Beetlejuice, Sleepy Hollow, so many fucking great movies. And then I don't know what the fuck happened to him since then, but Planet of the Apes was the beginning of the end for him. If you want to watch any good Planet of the Apes movies, I would stick with the 1968 original with Charlton Heston and these previous 3 movies. So Rise, Dawn, and War. 2 of those movies are directed by Matt Reeves, and maybe you should watch those Apes movies in preparation for the Batman.
Kiss, Kill, Marry. Gargoyles, Batman the Animated Series, The Simpsons.
Marry the Simpsons, kiss Batman the Animated Series, kill the Gargoyles.
Which of these movies would you want Zack Snyder to remake? Terminator 2, Godfather Part 1, or Aliens?
You know what? I'm going to pick The Godfather Part 1. He can't possibly ruin the fucking franchise any more than Francis Ford Coppola already did.
Which of the 2 Terminator movies, there are only 2, do you prefer?
I like the way you think. Yes, there are only 2 Terminator movies, if we're not counting that one Mad TV parody. So, yeah, my favorite of the 2 is Terminator 2, obviously. You can see it right there. And it's my favorite movie of all time. The first Terminator is my 3rd favorite movie of all time. They are both absolutely fantastic movies that I grew up on, grew up loving, and it really is a matter of personal preference to which one you like more. I mean, they're both of equal quality pretty much. But for me, I'm an action guy. And Terminator 2 is one of the it's actually the greatest action movie ever fucking made. And I love Arnold's performance in it. Linda Hamilton's performance is fantastic. I really like Edward Furlong's performance in it too, for a child actor. Robert Patrick in it as the T-1000. It's his signature role. Fuck, one of the greatest villains of all time. The story is fantastic. The performances are fantastic. The special effects are incredible. They still hold up amazingly well 31 years later. And the action sequences, it's just one fantastic action sequence after another. I can't circle jerk that movie enough. So yeah, it's Terminator 2.
Arnold was never a Terminator. Who's the best option to play him?
That is actually a good question, and I have the perfect answer in mind. Yul Brynner. He wasn't too old at the time that the Terminator came out, and he played a very similar character in 1973's Westworld, where he played a robotic killer cowboy. If you watch that movie, the movie's not really that good, but Yul Brynner absolutely steals it as that cowboy, and I always thought, even then, that if Arnold never existed, Yul Brynner would have made the perfect Terminator.
You're on death row. You're getting executed tomorrow. Instead of a last meal, you get to watch one last movie before you die. Which movie do you pick?
The Green Mile. Let life imitate art.
Favorite actors and actresses?
All right, well, I'll start with actresses. One would be Sigourney Weaver, obviously. Aliens, great fucking movies, and her performances in those were just fucking amazing. Marissa Tomei's another one. Loved her in My Cousin Vinny. She's also fantastic in The Wrestler. And now she's Aunt May in the Spider-Man movies. Another one would be Amy Adams, actually. There is not a single movie she's been in that I did not like her performance. She's fantastic in everything she's in. Arrival, phenomenal. I loved her in Nocturnal Animals, and I loved her cameo in The Office. As far as favorite actors go, well, I got Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Clint Eastwood's another one. Obviously, you can see that right back there. My favorite actor of all time, though, is right there, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know he's not the greatest actor of all time, though. I am not saying that. He's no Daniel Day-Lewis. He's not better than Pacino, De Niro, Pesci, anyone like that. But in terms of what my tastes are, I'm an action movie guy, grew up loving action movies. And he is the objective, fucking factual, greatest action star of all fucking time. I don't know any argument you can make against that. And so because of that, he's my favorite actor. I grew up loving his movies. Terminator 1, 2, Commando, Predator, True Lies, The Running Man, Last Action Hero. I still love all those movies. And the fact that all of those movies are still being talked about to a degree, and most of them are, pushing 40 years old, that really says something about his star power. And, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
If you could swap bodies with anyone in the world for just 1 hour, who would you swap with, and what would you do during that hour?
I would swap bodies with David Fincher, and I would get my head out of my ass and start making the 3rd season of Mindhunter.
What is your favorite episode from Mr. Robot?
Oh, that is a fucking good question, because I love every single episode of that show. It's one of the best shows of all time, one of my favorites. Favorite episode? Damn. I think it's called Method Not Allowed. It's the silent episode where there is only 2 lines of dialogue, 1 line at the beginning of the episode and 1 line at the end. And it's so good and so engaging that you don't even realize that there's no fucking dialogue in the episode. It plays out like such a great silent thriller. That's my favorite episode from them.
Best director ever.
All right, so there's a difference between best director ever, in my opinion, as opposed to my personal favorite director of all time. My favorite director of all time is James Cameron. Love Terminator, Aliens, Terminator 2, The Abyss, True Lies, Titanic. Not Avatar. But I grew up on his movies, same way I grew up on Arnold's movies. And, because of that, he's my favorite director of all time. And he is the absolute best action film director ever. I don't know any argument you can make against that. So James Cameron's my favorite. As far as best director ever goes, I tend to lean towards either Martin Scorsese or Stanley Kubrick. Because outside of their first couple of projects, they've never made bad movies. It was like in Stanley Kubrick's case, it's almost impossible. It was almost impossible for him to make a piece of shit. It was almost impossible for him to make anything other than a masterpiece, pretty much. Pretty much the same thing with Scorsese. He's made some movies that are not as amazing as others, but overall, I've never been disappointed by a movie that I've seen from him. So, either Scorsese or Kubrick.
Why should anyone care about The Sopranos?
Well, I'll tell you why I care. It is one of the first cinematic quality TV shows. I mean, there was some before that, like Twin Peaks and the like. But to me, The Sopranos was one of those first big, large scale cinematic quality television shows, thanks to HBO. If you like mafia shit, watch The Sopranos. If you like family drama, watch The Sopranos, because it is actually more of a family drama than it is a mafia show.
Better Southern vocalist, Cove Ribber or Anthony Green?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Favorite Craig Owens band, Chichodos or Drugs?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Favorite drive-through records band?
I don't know, Wendy's?
Are you team brand new or team Taking Back Sunday?
Oh, a question I can actually answer. It's Taking Back Sunday.
2000s mall screamo or 90s Midwest real screamo? My Chemical Romance or Fall Out Boy?
If they were playing a show together, I would just want Bane to show up and blow up the fucking stadium.
MySpace or Tumblr? Would you rather cut your wrists or black your eyes? Mark Hoppus or Tom DeLonge?
I don't know who these fucking people are.
Are you a Hot Topic or Journey's emo?
I'm not emo, like, at all. And Hot Topic fucking sucks. Especially the people who go there to fucking buy nothing but fucking Funko Pops. Fuck you.
Pick one of these two options. You get paid $10,000 to let Dwayne Johnson punch you in the face as hard as he can. Or you pay $1,000 and you get to punch Jared Leto in the face as hard as you can.
Okay, everyone, this is a good chance to let everyone know to subscribe to my Patreon right now. It is $3 a month. Get me up to $1,000 a month so I can punch Jared Leto right in the fucking face.
Best cartoons.
This is also different from my favorite cartoons of all time. Well, my favorite cartoon of all time is The Simpsons. And you know what? If we're going by quality and how long that quality was maintained, it's still The Simpsons, even though they got bad after like 10 seasons or something like that. They still were able to maintain that type of quality for such a long fucking time. No other show has really been able to do that. You could argue maybe Batman the Animated Series had better quality, even though it only lasted 4 seasons. You could argue maybe South Park, but I don't think they've done anything special, in a really fucking long time. So yeah, best cartoons would probably be either The Simpsons or Batman the Animated Series.
Disney hires you to run their content. What's the first idea you pitch?
My first idea would be no more fucking live action remakes.
Who would win in a fight? A billion lions or one of every Pokemon?
Well, based on sheer numbers alone, it would be fucking 1 billion lions. How many Pokemon are there again? 150? Yeah, like I know Pikachu would like do his Kamehameha wave and like he'd eliminate a couple lions, but overall those fucking Pokemon would get absolutely munched to fucking death based on sheer numbers alone.
Which band would you want to play at your funeral and which song?
Backstreet Boys. Everybody, Backstreet's back. What?
Favorite Taco Bell menu item?
My favorite Taco Bell menu item is the one right at the end of the menu where it says KFC is next door.
Favorite metal subgenre?
I try not to pigeonhole subgenres that much. That's something a lot of people do know about me. If I really had to pick, it would be just regular, good old-fashioned, traditional heavy metal. So Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Rainbow. I even want to lump Metallica in there, even though they were technically thrash. But I think overall, by judging their whole discography, I think they're pretty much like a regular heavy metal band at this point, overall. So yeah, traditional metal.
Death metal for beginners. What album are you pointing them to?
Well, I said this in my Morbid Angel Altars of Madness video. If you have never heard a death metal album before, that is the album you should start with. Absolutely. It's Altars of Madness. GOAT album.
What is the one album you would send out on the Voyager satellite for aliens to find?
That is actually a very good question, and the answer is not one that you would expect. It wouldn't be Master of Puppets, it wouldn't be Number of the Beast, it wouldn't be the first Black Sabbath album, or anything like that. it would be, and I don't know if this is an album actually, but it would be The Planets by Gustav Holst. So that is a classical piece broken up in 7 movements. And, the first movement is Mars, the Bringer of War. Very dark, very intense classical piece. And then we have Jupiter, the Bringer of Jollity, which is a very upbeat, very sentimental, heartfelt kind of classical piece. John Williams aped this score so much for every single soundtrack he ever wrote. And to me, it's one of the most influential musical pieces of all time. It's been aped so much in movies, and the fact that it's a space-themed classical piece, I think it would be perfect to throw on Voyager.
Favorite Batman rogue and why?
Like, are we talking rogues or villains? Because I feel like there's a difference there. I don't know. My favorite Batman villain's obviously the Joker, if you could see him right there. Favorite rogue? I guess like that. Is that like a lesser, more street level kind of villain? Because it would be Victor Zsasz.
Do you buy any physical music media?
I am starting my little record collection that is right beside me off screen. I'll show you a couple here. I got Metallica, Master of Puppets on vinyl, as well as I got what are some other ones here? Let's see. NWA, Straight Outta Compton on vinyl. Fucking fantastic album. Probably the greatest hip-hop album of all time. And so yeah, I'm starting up a bit of a record collection. And I also have a lot of CDs. I might do a CD collection stream a long time from now. I don't know when, but yeah, I do collect physical music media. I do have cassettes packed away somewhere. I have Aerosmith Pump on cassette, Megadeth Countdown to Extinction, among others. But yeah, I do collect physical media.
Do you pour the cereal or the milk first?
I am not a psychopath. Obviously, I pour the cereal first.
If you could permanently delete one social media platform, what would it be?
I really, really want to say Twitter right now, but, Facebook has become a fucking Breitbart, alt-right, fucking boomer, fucking nursing home fucking place, and it is slowly becoming more and more insufferable by the day. I only keep my profile active on there to keep in touch with my friends through group chats and everything. So yeah, between Facebook and Twitter.
Another 2-part question. Buffy or Angel? And why did you pick Angel?
Sorry, buddy, it's Buffy. That's because I've only seen episodes from that show, apart from the Angel episodes that Eric plays at our Halloween hangouts. But yeah, it's Buffy. Sorry, bro.
Interests outside of music and film.
Ass. All right, fucks. Thank you very much for watching this Q&A. Thank you very much to my Patreon donators, both official and unofficial, for joining in on this. If you want to join in on this and be part of these Q&As, feel free to subscribe to my Patreon. It's only $3 a month. I'll leave a link in the description and in the comments section. So, thank you very much for watching. Bye, fucks.